Hi folks, Irene here from Green Road Garden again. Today I'm going to talk about sowing beans in the garden for children. It's really important if you're growing plants with children that you get quick results and that they're easy to manage. So these runner beans here, the seed is quite big, so it's easy for a child to handle. And the other thing about them is that they grow very quickly and very big, which is in a child's eye is wonderful. And you can refer to Jack and the Beanstalk with this bean here. This is a runner bean, and it will grow up very tall, and then the beans will hang down. So you can make a bit of a feature out of it in the garden, and you can grow it anywhere that you give it a little bit of a climbing frame. And you can even, on here I have grown it, it's going to go around a sweet corn. So this sweet corn will get up to about 4 foot tall, and the bean can climb up that sweet corn. So you're making double use out of space. This is my grandson Ben's little vegetable plot, so we're trying to squeeze a lot of things into a small space. So for that reason the runner beans are great, and from now on is a good time to sow runner beans because they need the heat. So we're going to go through that now, myself and Ben growing runner beans. Now beans, you have to sow in compost, but when you do, you can't see what's happening under the soil. So I'm going to show you how to do a little experiment with the help of the adults in your house. And you'll be able to see what's happening under the soil, what normally happens under the soil. So for this little experiment, you'll need a glass, and you'll need some scrunched up kitchen roll, and you fill up the glass with the scrunched up kitchen roll like that, or you could use cotton wool, either would work okay. And then you pour some water onto the kitchen roll, because seeds, they need water to make them grow. So we have the wet kitchen roll in the glass, and I'm now going to get my bean, and this is a runner bean, and it's the same bean that Jack in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk used. So this could be a magic bean. So you put the bean down between the paper and the side of the glass like that, and pull the paper back up again. And I'm going to put in 3 in this glass, just to make sure that we have some that will come up. 2 and 3, and you see the way the paper went down when I wet it, so I'm going to put another little bit on top here like that, and I'm going to wet that again. And then we have to lay this up on a sunny windowsill, and we have to be really patient, because it takes about 5 days for a root to come out of the bean here. See this bean here? So a little root will come out of that bean, and it'll go down, down, down towards the ground. And then in another 5 days, a shoot will come up, and it'll go up, 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 and come out of the glass. And I have one here that I did about 10 days ago. So you can see here in the bottom, see the way the roots have come down? So that happened after about 5 days. The roots started to come down into the bottom of the glass. And then after another 5 days, the shoot came up, and you can see here that there are some leaves on it. So we could grow this bean in this, but it would get very hungry very quickly because there's no food in here. So I'm going to show you now how to sow the bean in some compost with my grandson Ben. And Ben has his own little plot in my garden, and then later on, when the bean grows, we're going to sow the bean out in his plot in my garden. So we'll go and do that with Ben now. Hello everybody, it's Granny and Ben from Green Road Gardens, and we're here and we're going to sow some seeds. What seeds are we going to sow, Ben? What ones are we going to sow?
Magic ones.
Magic ones. Magic beans that are going to grow up high. And when they grow up high, what are we going to do with them? Will we put them out in the garden? Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to fill these up, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, you fill up the fill it all in there like that, okay?
I want to sieve it.
You want to sieve it? We'll sieve it maybe on top. Although these don't need it to be sieved because they're great big boys, so they don't need to be sieved. Now you put one in each space, okay? One of these, and you stand them up like this. Look.
I put one hole in here.
Okay, and put a bean into it. You put a bean in, like that. Okay.
And cover.
And cover them up. We might need some more to cover them, mightn't we?
Yeah.
And press it down and say, "Grow, little bean, grow."
Grow, little bean, grow.
Okay, so that one is full. Now we have to put one in here and one in here, don't we?
I put one big hole in it.
Yeah.
And put one magic
Bean in there. Okay. And say, "Grow, little bean, grow."
Grow, little bean, grow.
Grow. And now get another one in here. And say, push it down and
Grow,
put,
little bean, grow, little bean.
yeah, and put some compost on top, like that. And say, "Grow, little bean, grow."
Grow, little bean, grow.
Okay, have we more to do? Have we two more to do here?
No.
One there, yeah. And say, "Grow, little bean, grow."
Grow, little bean, grow.
Okay, put it on top, like that. Will I put some on? And we have
then
one last one in this one, isn't it? That's all. Okay, press it in.
Press Lucy. Grow
Okay.
up and Lucy.
Do we need another little bit of compost, do you think? And we'll keep those for another day.
Okay. Sow them in the garden, like.
When they get big, we'll grow them in the garden, won't we? Say goodbye to everybody then.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye. And we're here in my greenhouse, and Ben has come to see what's happening to his magic beans. So let's look and see what's happening here. What's happening?
Starting to grow.
They're starting to grow. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Those ones not starting to grow. There's some of them.
Just some of them here, just two of them up. How many? Count them. Two. Just two beans up.
Not these ones.
Not these ones,
Not
but they'll
that
probably
one.
come up in another few days.
Yeah.
So we leave them on their nice hot bed, and we'll go and do something else, and we'll wait for them to grow some more. Okay?
Yeah.
And we're in here in my glass house, and today we have bad news and we have good news, but we'll show you the good news first. So the good news is...
Ben's
What's the good news?
my beans starting to big.
They surely are, aren't they? Look at how big they are. Look how big they got in the week.
They don't like water on the neck.
They did what?
You don't like water on the neck.
No, they don't like water on their neck either.
This one's teeny weeny.
That's a little teeny weeny one, but he has a big brother beside him, hasn't he? It's like you and Aaron, isn't it? Okay, well, we leave those there because it's a little bit cold to plant them out yet. We might pot them into slightly bigger pots, but we're going to leave them in the heat, aren't we?
I want that white one. You have the blue one.
Okay. Okay, do you want to climb up?
Dig a hole.
We have to dig it over there because it has to climb up that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we'll make a hole here, okay? So we're here at Ben's bed and we are going to sow another of his magic beans. So we have one of them in here, haven't we, Ben? Look at it, climbing up, and it's going round and round and round the wire. And so we're going to dig another hole to put in another one, aren't we? Will Granny help you?
Yeah, you just do it, okay?
Okay. Now I think that's big enough, is it? Maybe is that as big as the pot?
Yeah.
And look at the worms in. Oh, look, Ben. These are the worms coming out.
Let's rather put some more in.
We'll put them in there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put them in there. So the great thing about the wormery is that the goodness... Another one. Okay, you put them in. That all the goodness that they make from digesting the food comes out into the soil and feeds the plants. So here we go. Look, Ben, he's trying to climb on the sweet corn. Look.
Yeah.
So we'll bring him over here and we'll give him something to climb on. That's a good job. Now to water the hole first, isn't it? So he'll have a big drink. Okay, is that enough?
And all it.
You're going to put it all in?
Yeah.
And what about this one? Will this one need some?
Yeah.
Okay, put it in here at the bottom of it. Put it in there. Ben was telling me earlier that it needed some water because the leaf was drooping, wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
So when the leaves droop, that means that they're thirsty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll empty this out carefully, like this.
Not yet.
You're not ready yet? Okay, you tell me when you're ready. I think that's enough now. We'll put some more on top, okay? So we're going to put that in there, and we're going to put this over here close to this wire. And when we come out tomorrow, that will have started to climb like this one, because it likes to climb. So we put some in there, and we press that down like that. This says Ben's bean on that sign. Okay, and the funny thing about beans is they always climb in the same direction. So they always go anti-clockwise. So no matter where you see a runner bean, it'll always be climbing anti-clockwise. So that'll go off up there and it'll climb. Yeah, I don't think they like too much water now. I'd say give this other bean the rest of that, okay? The other thing that you could climb beans on is sweet corn, isn't it? Do you know what this grows into, Ben? This grows into a popcorn. We could make our own popcorn. So sweet corn, when you let it dry out completely, it turns into popcorn when you dry it. And then you could pop it. Do you ever make popcorn at home, Ben?
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. Okay, let's get the shovel and dig this in, and we'll plant this sweet corn.
No, here.
In there, okay. We'll plant. Oh, there's another worm for your wormery. Look at. He's like a big snake, isn't he? Will I get him?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put him in there. And so we're going to put the sweet corn in, and the sweet corn will get really, really tall as Ben, or even bigger maybe. See how tall is it now, Ben? Stand up beside it. So it's up to your tummy. And in another couple of weeks, it'll be up to here, and the bean can climb up it. Okay, when you have all that water in, then we'll put this bean in beside it. And in other countries, they call this the Three Sisters, and they grow a bean up a sweet corn, and then they put a pumpkin underneath. So we might get a pumpkin, Ben, next week and put it in. Okay, and well done.
And some more, please.
Some more water. You'll have to go and get some more then, won't you?
Yeah.
Now, so we'll put the bean down there, and we'll put all the soil back around it. Oh, look at more worms.
Just put some in there.
Will they go for Granny's wormery or yours?
Granny's wormy.
Granny's wormery. Okay, we'll leave them there. We'll put them up when we're finished, okay?
And then...
So there's our sweet corn, and like this, this will find its way around anti-clockwise around that, and hopefully the corn will grow faster than the bean. Okay, so is that enough for today, Ben? And next day we'll put... Where are they gone? I don't. Did you put them in there?
Yeah.
Okay, the next day we will sow a pumpkin in here, won't we? Okay, thank you, Ben, for sharing your worms with me.